Hey everyone, Justin Dark here, JD, Twisted Dark Justin, Mila Love Imp today mainly, as I barely get to do this, but I'm starting to feel more comfortable, and I'm getting practice with makeup, learning more, doing my research, prepping for Halloween, and this is my gothic look I've got going. But just because I'm dressed different doesn't mean you have to treat me differently. I'm still the same person. I'm just dressed a little bit different because I felt like it. Anyway, it's been a little bit since I've really made a talking about video. Well, not really. Not really. I did make a video talking about why I abandoned TikTok. And you know, TikTok is one of the places I don't like anymore. DeviantArt and TikTok are like the only two websites I just straight up don't like anymore. Twitter is okay, depends on what you tweet. If you're like Boogie2988, then yeah, you'll probably hate Twitter. Or like McJuggerNuggets, who's been, let's just say McJuggerNuggets, another false idol that's here. Big L for me and the people that looked up to him. That's two of them this year, but anyway. Justin Dark here, JD, Twisted Dark Justin, Mila, love him. I'm going to do a quick little story time video, because I haven't really done a story time video in a while. And this one is kind of a, I guess, in a way, but not really, an indirect reboot to something I made back in 2020, called Strange Dream Storytime. Now, for those of you who don't remember, Strange Dream Storytime was like a... It was like a series. It was before I really started the whole story time with Justin thing. You know, it was a series I made back when I was taking a medicine that was giving me weird dreams, but I love talking about them. One I believe was Harley Quinn and Joker Justin. I believe the other was Sweet Tooth and Mr. Grimm at my grandma's house. It was a weird dream. I remember I made two videos called Strange Dream Storytime. Seeing as how I'm trying to study lucid dreaming, try to get the hang of it, which I'm starting to think maybe not be worth it, but I'm trying. And I did notice that, like, yeah, I slip in the dreams easier after waking up and going back to sleep, so that's important to remember. I did that this morning, I think. I don't know. But considering I'm doing this now, I'm documenting my dreams. Seeing, like, you know, if there's any memorable dreams, write it into like a little notepad so I can remember this for future preference. And I have quite a bit of dreams here. I've had dreams from May 23rd. At a point I stopped, but back in like September, I've been like keeping track on the reg. I could pull any of the dreams from this list to share with you all, because I do find dreams to be an interesting concept. You know, it's just, dreams are just really interesting in my opinion. Dreams are very interesting. My necklace is falling down. Anyway, since I'm on the topic of Strange Dream Storytime, and I'm going to basically try to reboot it in a way. Last time I just used still images in a voiceover. I'm not really about that anymore, though. I still could. I will eventually do videos like that again, but for right now, we're just going to do like a simple talking about Storytime with Justin, but we're going to kind of reboot Strange Dream Storytime, which is something I did a couple of years ago. I feel like bringing it back because Halloween's coming. If I have some scary dreams, I can share that. And it's also interesting that dreams do have a some sort of meaning. But anyways, I'm gonna pull up my list here. I'm going to tell a story about what dream, about a dream that's just really weird. Or I'm actually going to tell a story about a dream I had years ago, but it's stuck with me ever since. This dream was very, very interesting, and after what my sister texted me earlier today, yeah, it kind of brought up that memory again, because I've never forgotten this dream. I've never forgotten the dream. I had roughly, I think, August 2019, I want to say it was. Something like that. Something along 2019. It was a few years ago, like 3 years ago. But she mentioned a dream she had last night. I'm like, that brings up a memory of a dream I had similar. Because, you know, my sister likes Kirby, right? So every so often she has dreams about Kirby characters, and so have I. The strange dream I'm about to tell you is something that happened years ago, and it was very surreal, and me mentioning McJuggerNuggets kind of made me think about it again, because it was just very surreal, and I want to share it because it was probably the most vivid dream, and it's one of the most memorable dreams I've had in recent years. Damn, where's my comb? Anyway, this dream, I call it the mixed batch or something. Something along being a mixed batch, because this was a pretty kooky dream. It involved Kirby characters. Anyway, so it was 2019, right? I had a dream one night about, I believe the dream started with me at a farm. I was at a farm, right? I believe the farmer, who was African American, he was like chasing me, saying like, stay out of that shed or whatever, because there was apparently like a UFO or something in it. Next thing I know, there's the old man screaming at me, and I'm being sucked up by the UFO. The UFO in question was like big. I guess it was kind of like the Star Trek cruiser or something along those lines. It was a very big UFO. But it wasn't the UFO that was really kooky and funny and crazy. The ones who were aboard that UFO, that was the selling point. So the UFO was being controlled and driven by the Nightmare Enterprises salesman, and Nightmare from Kirby right back at you. If you ever watched the Kirby anime, yeah, the salesman that sells all those monsters, the King Dedede, he was piloting the fucking ship. And then I was on the ship, of course, but the two other people that were on there, and my dad was on the ship too, though I don't remember much about it other than he wasn't being as mean, because this is different times. Anyway, needless to say, the people that were on the ship were McJuggerNuggets and Boogie2988. So let me get this straight. I'm on a spaceship that's probably cruising through space, going on tours and shit. Is being controlled by the villains from the Kirby anime, the enemy salesman, and Nightmare, and I'm on board with McJuggerNuggets, Boogie2988, and my father. Can somebody please tell me what the hell was I smoking? I must have been doing some hard drugs. Well, technically I was, but it was a side effect from a medication I was taking at the time. So, yeah, it was a very crazy dream, but it stuck with me for so many years. It's still in my subconscious. I think about this dream every so often. And maybe I should start thinking about it again soon, because, damn, it was the kookiest dream I had ever had. Like, no joke. The dream with an enemy salesman driving a freaking pilot ship like in Star Trek. Like, who else could have been on that freaking ship? Could Swift have been on the ship? Because of something that McJuggerNuggets said to Swift recently. Or what about Psycho Dad? Angry Grandpa, I wish he could have been on there, but I think this was after he passed. But still, these dreams do give me inspiration. I like these dreams. And since I'm on the topic of strange dreams involving Kirby characters, I'm going to tell a bonus story. But it's not my dream. It was my sister's dream. So my sis texted me, I think around, it was like 11 o'clock in the morning, 11:30. I was already awake, don't worry. She texted me about her dream last night, and it made me laugh. I'm still bawling. I'm going to probably laugh trying to talk about it, so. My sis texted me, I dreamed last night that King Dedede, which is a villain from Kirby, destroyed an inflatable Chuck E. Cheese with his mallet, and everyone hated him for it. I was laughing about it. I even made a visualization. I made a picture of it. Look, King Dedede destroying that fucking Chuck E. Cheese. He's like, Chuck E. Cheese? More like Chuck E. Cheats. I want my money back. I was like, he spent too much money on arcade tokens and lost every single one. And then I did that little quote, Chuck E. Cheats, I want my money back. My sister was like, that's almost exactly how it looks. So I actually made a visualization of her, I made a visualization of her, dream. And I didn't mean to make it exactly look like it, but I did what she told me. I'm like, oh shit. And then she tells me some additional details that made me even funny, that made it funnier. Alright, I think it was, or the one with the hat and singing. But like, she texted me more details later on. That's the last thing she said. Yeah, I think King Dedede was playing a game like with those hammers and hit the thing to hit the bell. And he got mad because he couldn't because he couldn't get it to ding because it was rigged. So he took his mallet out and beat the shit out of Charles Entertainment Cheese until he was on the ground and defeated. Then all the parents and kids hated him for it, and the last thing was King Diddy being kicked out of Chuck E. Cheese and being detained by the police. I'm still trying not to laugh too much. I don't want to smear my makeup, but man, what is up with our dreams, man? First enemy is controlling a freaking cruising spaceship, and now we have King Diddy being incarcerated for assault and battery at Chuck E. Cheese. But knowing him, he probably would like do that. He'd like get in trouble at a kid's play place because they took his money. You know, Kirby, the Kirby Right Back At Ya anime. Yeah, that's a common problem. He keeps spending money on monsters. He's in bad debts. I'm like, King Diddy, you should be trying to pay back your debt to Nightmare Enterprises instead of going to Chuck E. Cheese and blowing your money there. But that seems a lot like what something King Diddy would do. But anyway, this was just a little funny story time video about dreams and Kirby and all that crap. I don't know what the title is. I will think of a title, but just know it's going to be something kooky like, oh, the Kooky dream with Kirby and McJuggerNuggets. I don't know. Anyways, Justin Dark signing out. Mila Love and Briley. Have a great, lovely day, and I will see you guys next time when I make a video. And here's a last look at my outfit. I am pretty proud of what I've done. I do like this outfit. I feel I can be more myself now. So anyway, see you guys. Have a great, lovely day.